Hey, I'm Ryan England, CEO and founder here at Core Matters. I'm also the creator of the CoreFit hiring system. If you're here right now, it's likely because you're struggling to hire. Maybe you're a small business, just getting started, or maybe you're a growing business. Growing up, my dad was in manufacturing. He was a blue-collar guy, loved working on the machines, but he also wanted to start his own business. And it wasn't much longer after that I remember as a kid spending nights and weekends down there at the plant, helping him work on equipment, helping him reorganize the warehouse, and doing whatever was needed. And it wasn't until I was older that I realized that one of the biggest challenges my dad had as an entrepreneur was finding good people to join his team. You see, he worked those crazy hours not because he just poured himself in the work, which he did, but because he didn't have the people that he could trust to do the work for him. I remember my dad coming home with one of those brick cell phones, and he was so excited because now he didn't have to be tied to the house or to the office. He could actually get away. As many of us know today, we're addicted to our phones. They're a leash back to the office. But you see, we didn't become entrepreneurs because we wanted that leash or because we wanted to get stuck there. We became entrepreneurs because we wanted something else. So I did like any good son, and I went and got my degree and I went to corporate America and I said, hey, I'm not going into the family business right now. And while I was at corporate, the thing that I learned that was so important to being successful was that you got to have great systems, you got to have good processes, and you got to have people to manage them. It's one of the reasons that businesses are able to grow is because they've got these great processes. And I developed this appreciation at my time in corporate America. I remember there was a period of time there where I would do 100 interviews a week. I wasn't even in HR. I was operations manager. But that was what was required. If I wanted a good team, I had to select the people myself. It wasn't enough to let people just come in and say, hey, somebody outside the organization said this would be a good fit. I had to be involved in that process. So when I left corporate America and I went and I started my own business, I wanted to give back to the people like my dad, those entrepreneurs that were in those blue collar industries where they were grinding it out every single day. So I got into marketing. And I was so passionate about being able to help these entrepreneurs get out of that grind by making sure that that phone never stopped ringing. Whether that was websites or email or digital ads, that's what we did. And it wasn't before long that business was doing well. So well, in fact, that we ended up turning away clients. We told them, we can't help you right now. We don't have enough people to make this happen. Then I got diagnosed with a health issue. My doctors told me the only explanation could be stress. Sure, I was growing a business. I didn't have enough people. Of course I was stressed. But it wasn't until I became a dad. And that's when I saw the writing on the wall that if I didn't do something, my kids were going to be spending nights and weekends down at the office with me. I had to break the cycle somehow. So I met with a mentor of mine and he said, Ryan, recruiting solves, you could hire great people, you could solve this issue. And he says, recruiting is nothing more than a great process and good marketing. And I thought back to my days at corporate and said, I know process. And I thought back to my successful business, I know marketing. I can make this happen. So that's what I did. Wasn't long after that, we had people coming to us saying, I want to join your team. People were staying longer, they were happier. We had built a hiring system inside of my business that changed our business. So when my home service contractor clients came to me a couple years later and said, Ryan, we can't do this anymore. There's too many leads. We can't get to them fast enough. I said, what's really going on? They said, we got empty trucks sitting in the lot. We don't know how to get techs. I said, let me show you what I did for my business. I sat down and I remember this one HVAC contractor in particular. They gave me a shot. 3 weeks later, they called me and said, Ryan, those 4 trucks that we needed filled, all filled up. We got 2 more checks waiting. Turn the leads back on. Let's do this. And I thought to myself, well, that was fun. I enjoyed that. And I enjoyed seeing the results that we were able to get them. So I started sharing with other clients. About a year later, I said, that's it. This is what we're going to do. We're going to work directly with small and growing companies and help them hire frontline people faster than they've ever been able to before. And that's when I created the CoreFit hiring system to help you and others just like you who became entrepreneurs not because you wanted to grind it out, but because you wanted something else out of your business. Learn more about the CoreFit hiring system and how this process can help you on your journey to hire better people faster so that you can get everything you've ever wanted out of your growing business.